Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of On the Mic with Mike. I am your host, Mike Larkin, and joining me today is adult content creator and a hell of a one at that. Y'all can check out her work on Twitter and so many great things where we see the social medias as well as the great websites provided by the adult entertainment sites, the one, the only Mystic Tommi. Tommi, how you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
You're very welcome. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. I gotta say, with what we've seen within your work thus far, internal and external beauty and sexiness is on point. We get to see a lot of great stuff from your content. I gotta say, I like what I see.
Thank you very much. That's kind to say.
You're very welcome. I look at it from a stance like this, man. Let's start it from here because everything in life is an art form, right? We're all looking to apply our crafts. We're painting our canvases, so to speak. So what kind of gravitated you towards the adult content side, content creation? What kind of gravitated you towards it?
Um, a partner from years back introduced me to Tumblr. So that tells you how long ago that was. And we used to post ourselves on Tumblr together. And I realized that I really enjoyed that. And more recently, I was trying to decide if I wanted to get out of the industry that I was working in. And I don't know, it just kind of, I reminded myself of that time and how much I enjoyed it. And so I decided to start creating content on my own and finding new partners to collaborate with. I've really, really been enjoying it so far.
I got to say, I think that's a wonderful thing to bet on yourself and really going back into that time where you felt most happy. And I mean, I look at it from a stance like this with everything that we see with the adult entertainment industry from images and content. There's a lot of people get to expand their horizons. They get to be very much open with it and really just enjoy it. I mean, at the end of the day, not only is it just a fan base, it's really a community that brings a lot of people together.
I absolutely agree. I've met some really awesome people thus far in the community.
I can honestly say this. I think what I love about your work as well, whether it's solo or whether you do have your partners with you, I look at it from a stance like this, man. The overall misconception and kind of the misunderstanding, so to speak, when it comes to the adult entertainment industry, and I've seen your content, which we'll get into, but what we get to see on camera, there's a lot of work that goes into it from the lighting, the editing to make that quality content, so to speak. I think a lot of people sometimes just think like, hey, look at these people. They're fucking, to put it bluntly, and they're on camera. Boom. It's so easy. It's like, no, there's a lot of work and there's a lot of science that goes into it to make the craft.
You are absolutely correct. A lot of people think that you just make a decision like, I'm going to post myself naked on the internet, and suddenly it all looks exactly the way you want it to look. The money is flowing in. That's just not the case.
I think it's always also a stance too, and it's kind of interesting how people get into it. It's like when you think of like the modeling side of things, yes, it takes a great photo, but you have to have the right thing to it. Same with getting on screen and absolutely doing the deed on camera. But I think at the end of the day, too, if you really look at it, like you have to consider yourself, your brand, your persona, your everything. It's a business at the end of the day. People will say what they will about it because there's naysayers and everything. But if you conduct yourself in a business and you have fun and you entertain, and dare I say, you titillate and tantalize the masses, I think that really is what makes you golden as a performer.
Yeah, agreed.
And I will say this about you first and foremost. Let's talk about these performers, man, because I just had him on the show not too long ago. You two have great chemistry on character, on camera, and everything as far as his character and your character. Let's talk about Thank You, Moses, because my goodness gracious, you and Moses really fired it up and hit it on all cylinders. Talk about that scene.
Yeah, that was the first time that I had ever met him, first time shooting together. I feel pretty confident that that will not be the only time we shoot together. He made me feel really comfortable from the get, you know. I think that we had good conversation before meeting up, but didn't talk so much that things felt stale by the time we actually met in person. I think that's a really important balance. He is super supportive. He's been in the industry longer than I have, but definitely didn't make me feel that way at all. Yeah, he's a really good communicator. Didn't try to do anything that I wouldn't want to be done. And I think that our natural chemistry together definitely showed on camera. One thing that I try really hard to do with all of my content is to be authentic. And that is not to say anything about people who like to do like role play and acting and scenes and stuff like that. That is equally as amazing. But for me, I try to just do it the way I would do it if nobody was watching. And I think that that really leaves space for the chemistry to show or not show. And you get like a really authentic outcome from that. And I think that Moses and I have good chemistry together.
Certainly so, and I can't wait to see the more work that you both do together on screen. And I mean, I look at it from a stance like this. You absolutely said it perfectly, and I've had this conversation with many adult content creators here on the show. I think everybody has their different preferences and everybody's uniquenesses, but I think the authenticity and creativity. I mean, look at it back in the day when we had the Cinemaxes, aka Skinemax, and everything back in the day that we saw on television. A lot of the same plot storylines and stuff, but I think at the end of the day, too, it works. But if you can be your own authentic self, like you mentioned, let the creative juices flow and kind of stand out from the pack, so to speak, that sets you apart from the rest.
Yeah. And it makes it fun if you do things the way that you would do them. Like I said, if no one was watching, then you will continue to have fun doing those things. And if acting and creating scenes is your thing and you like to do all of that on your own, then you should absolutely do that. And that authenticity will come through in that way. If I was to do that, it would not look authentic at all. I think I would appear to not have chemistry with anybody, and it would be a little bit silly. So the way that I do it now, I think is the way that I will continue to do it throughout my content career for sure.
Absolutely. And I think that makes your stars shine the brightest, as with each and every one in the space and the community. And I mean, I look at it from a stance too as well, to even add on more to your point. It's kind of like Mariah Carey back in the mid 90s. You're going to be someone's sweet, sweet fantasy baby, ODB style. Like it works. Yeah. It's what it is. You're fulfilling a lot of people's fantasies, and that's what they want.
Yeah,
They got the image, got the video, it works.
yeah, and if you can think it, it is somebody's fantasy. So there's someone out there fulfilling every person's fantasy.
I mean, I gotta tell you, Tommy, with a name like Thick Tommy, and you check out the social medias, the links will be in the description. I gotta say, I love it because first and foremost, I'm gonna put this into the utmost sincerity and respect here. We're all down with the thickness. We love the thickness vibes. We like the internal and external beauty. And I say that because all women are beautiful, and you certainly do rock it, man.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. And for you, I think that's what's also great too. Like you talk about preferences and uniqueness, but for you, you're being your authentic self. And someone else you got to work with that I really enjoyed. You did your thing with Demon Slayer on Twitter, Dre. You and Dre, another one, great chemistry. Talk about that scene because it showed a lot case a lot in the bedroom, and it really showcased everything that makes a sexual scene work.
Um, Actually, we have another one that will be released this weekend. So, um, so come back for more. But um, we actually ended up shooting two scenes together that one day. So I think that already tells you that we had really good chemistry together. We had a fantastic time. Um, he is someone, again, he has been really, really respectful, super communicative. Um, and I know that he's done a lot of different kinds of scenes with different types of people. Like he also has like eclectic taste, I guess you would say, with whoever he shoots with. And not to brag or anything, but after I sent him the final edit of one of the scenes, he told me that he felt like it was one of the best that he had shot in his career. And I think he's been doing it for like 4 or 5 years. So that was really nice to hear. I had an amazing time, obviously, amazing enough to shoot a second scene right after and to book a future scene, which now is only 2 days away. Um, we still are in touch with each other. I think that we, have become friends of a certain variety together. And I know that he's another person that I will definitely continue to shoot with in the future for sure.
Well, I will say this, man, and I always put this into the forefront. You mentioned talking about boundaries before and accommodation and comfortability because that's key in any other facet of life. I think when you have partners like Dre and Moses and really everybody that you work with, if y'all have not checked out this one on many vids and her many social media platforms, I gotta
Mhm.
say, not only do you showcase yourself what you love what you're doing on camera and behind the scenes, I think what I love about it too, as well as too, you also have that great aesthetic and look about it, yeah, because I gotta say the tattoos are right there, right in plain sight. It looks very nice. The body's the canvas, so it adds a nice little layer and edge to it, and that really also makes up a film and the character and the variety within the scene.
Thank you. It costs a lot of money, so I appreciate the compliments.
Absolutely. As a fellow tattooer myself, I think everybody's story is painted on their canvas, and I gotta say, you got very nice tattoos. It does show. It adds a lot to the layer in your photos. It really does highlight it.
Thank you. I think it's just an additional, you know, piece of art to show off while you're creating your own art together.
Of course, beautifully and eloquently said. I like your style. I mean, I look at it from a stance like this, man. The other part of it too, like, and I'm going to ask you this. We always touch upon this as far as the discussion goes. The testing is so important. You have to get yourself tested, get yourself right. I've always said this about the adult entertainment industry. It's the two S's, so to speak. It's safe and spectacular. Doing things safe and applying your craft in spectacular fashion. The importance of testing is definitely out there, just with everything that goes into it. That's the best part and most one of the most sanest parts about doing the adult entertainment work.
Yes, testing is the number one most important thing for sure in this industry. Obviously, you want to feel safe and comfortable with your partner, but before you even get in a room with someone, making sure that you're both thoroughly and completely tested is the most important thing. I have had some people send less than thorough test results to me in the past, where they only have like a few things on screenshots and I can't really tell where they're from and they just don't seem very legitimate. And for anyone who might be new, don't ever say yes to somebody who does that. Even though it's unfortunately kind of expensive to get the test that most of us do in the industry, it is absolutely worth the cost because the cost would be much greater if you're not safe and thorough. So testing is number one, always will be.
Beautifully and eloquently said. I mean, I look at it from a stance like this. I've always looked, and what I love about the adult entertainment industry as well, to add on to your point, we get to network and connect with a lot of people as well. And I think as far as Exotica goes, I know you're doing some stuff with Exotica. I definitely wanted to bring this up. It's a great way to meet the fan base. It's a community, like we mentioned earlier, but it's such a fun environment. People are open minded. People are really adjusting and really adapting and learning about what they like and what they don't. It's something for everybody, man. You get to see your favorite stars. How excited are you for Exotica?
I'm definitely looking forward to it. It will be my first one. So I don't fully know what to expect, but I have a whole bunch of collabs booked. So there will be a lot of videos released in the months following for sure. That should be pretty fun and exciting. Moses will actually be at one of the booths there, and he's already messaged me. I'll be visiting him for sure. If anyone wants to see the two of us together, that would be a great place. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I've actually already started looking into getting tickets for Exotica in DC as well at the end of the year. So I'm really excited to meet everybody. I've had to specifically schedule time to make sure I'm actually at the event and just enjoying my time there as well.
It can be very chaotic, but I gotta say, at the end of the day, like we mentioned earlier, with being positively proactive and staying busy, it is. It's a way to stay busy and also meet people. But I gotta say, at the end of the day, too, it's definitely a fun experience. Y'all got to check out Exotica if you've not been there, and also go out of your way and say hello to this dynamo over here doing the damn thing. You will
Yeah,
not be disappointed.
thank
Now,
you.
you're very welcome. Now, Miss Tommy, I gotta say that's another person that you work with. I gotta say, I've seen the scenes with him. Great chemistry as well with this one. Let's talk about Alex Hart because my goodness gracious, man, y'all revved it up and turned it up in that one.
Yes, I love Alex. We've gotten to know each other pretty well. Actually, it kind of goes back to your testing comment earlier. Um, we had scheduled our first collab together, and obviously we're tested before that, shared everything with each other. It went really well. He is very professional without being cold. You know, sometimes the professionalism can like go almost a step too far, if you want to say, and you can sort of lose chemistry a little bit. And he never does that, but he also still makes it feel like professional, and he doesn't ever say anything inappropriate or make anybody uncomfortable. And he's really, really good with a camera, also has good enough equipment that I don't have to really bring anything. So that's nice. And we both were just in a moment in time not able to go get fresh tests right after that collab. So we both had kind of planned to take a break from collaborations right after that. And so we discovered this when we were together, and we decided, why don't we just fuck each other a whole bunch of times until until we decide to both go get fresh tests and set up new collabs. And so that worked out very well for me because I very much enjoy having sex with that man.
Well, it certainly does show on camera. And actually, I will say this wholeheartedly to you both. It's one of my favorite scenes of yours. Everyone you work with, but that one certainly does stick out. So I cannot wait to see more of them. You guys really tore it
Thank you.
up.
There will be another one coming soon as well.
Okay.
We may have taken some time off, but we've already been back together.
All right now, I cannot wait to see the upcoming projects. And I will say this, what I do love about it, and we mentioned women earlier, and just the internal and external beauty, and many great women in the scene, much like yourself. I've always said this, man. I think the equality is even better now because we have different women of all shapes and sizes. We mentioned the thickness vibes. There's everything that goes to the amazing women in there. I think the equality is great. We get to see more women evolving and just revolving and really just showcasing their craft and showcasing their stuff. It really is a great place.
Yeah, it really is, and it can be a really awesome place where women are supportive of other women. I think a lot of times, you know, at least women of a certain age, we were maybe raised to not be that supportive of other women or kind of like competitive with each other. And I have found that to be so the opposite of how everyone is in this industry. I've met some really, really amazing, what I hope will be lifelong female friends in this community. And I will have my first on camera collab with a woman at Exotica, actually. And I'm very much looking forward to that. It's been too long. And yeah, it's just been a really amazing experience meeting all of these other women who are in the industry. It's awesome.
I think to add on to your point, which I love that, I think it's building foundations and relationships. But in today's society, you really have to be united, not divided, really just looking out for one another. I mean, at the same time, in the same place, y'all are in it to just showcase your stuff, but also applying your craft and really show what you got. And I think at the end of the day, too, being safe and being a safe space for everyone, men, women, including, it's wonderful. I think that's definitely what we need, especially in today's climate. But dang it, man, I think it's definitely great to see people like yourself around it.
Thanks. I agree.
You're very welcome. And I got to say this first and foremost, y'all. If y'all are not checking out Thick Tommy again, Twitter, everywhere that she's on her social medias, you will not be disappointed. I would definitely love to have you back for a round two. You're an absolute blast to talk to, very pleasant, very vibrant. I really enjoyed talking to you this evening.
Thank you so much for having me. I really, really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. And a couple final questions before I have you plug the socials and let everybody know where we can follow you and what you got going on. One of the best things that I love asking on this show, and you being within your tenure thus far with content creation, what are some advice that you would give, number one, to new content creators? And what are some of the takeaways and what are some of the things you're grateful for from within the industry thus far?
Piece of advice I would have for people who are new is to just keep at it. It can feel like it takes a while to get recognition, but we all start from the bottom. We all start with no content, no name, no branding, no anything. Everyone starts from the same place. So just continue to build up. And if you feel like it's hard to get responses from people for collabs or anything like that, just keep that in mind, that those people that you're reaching out to were in the exact same place that you're in right now at some point as well. So it's not you, it's probably not you. So make sure that you just stick with it, keep going as long as you really enjoy it. And if you wake up one day and you don't enjoy it, then don't force yourself to do anything that doesn't make you happy. If you connect with any other creators that you originally thought you wanted to collab with and they make you feel uncomfortable, don't go through with it. It's okay to say no. It's okay if you feel like you are going to come off as flaky if you say no or anything like that. Don't worry about it. Your comfortability and your safety is much more important. So just make sure that you follow your gut and stick to it. And something I am very grateful for is definitely those relationships that I've built in this community, and I'm looking forward to the ones that I know I will continue to build. Um, all of the people that I have collaborated with videos that I've released and you've seen, I am still in touch with. I have formed great relationships and some friendships with some of them that I know will be lasting, as well as a lot of people, that maybe I haven't filmed with, but you can see us interacting with each other online and commenting on each other's content. I I just have met some really lifelong friends for sure. There's some really amazing people in this community.
Beautifully and eloquently said. And I will say this, I love your message, and I love just the person that you are and the professionalism that ensues and engulfs your entire body and your overall being, man. You definitely are one of the good ones.
Thank you so much. That's nice of you to say.
You're very welcome. Truth is truth, man. We got to spit the facts out here. And you want to talk about some facts here, y'all. Where can we follow you on the social medias? The floor is yours.
I have the same username everywhere, so that is easy. It is Thick Tommy. And I'm on Twitter, or X, formerly known as Twitter. I am on Reddit. I'm on FetLife too. If anybody wants to find me on there, you can get a lot more of my personality, I would say, on that platform. And then on all the paid platforms, I'm on OnlyFans, ManyVids, Loyal Fans, Just Fans. Maybe that's it.
Yeah. Links will
Fansly.
Fansly.
I'm if you could think of it, I'm probably on there, and I have the same username everywhere, so I'm easy to find.
And I will say this, I always say this every show about these platforms. They give a lot of great people the experience to communicate and showcase the community and the fan base and the interaction with people like Tommi and everybody. There's something for everybody within these platforms. So all of those will be in the description. So I definitely wanted to end heat on your words, and I'd also just say respect and love to all those platforms, because it gives us great people like this one to showcase our stuff. And Miss Tommi, do you have any final words before we close this thing out for your peeps, your fans?
Um, Let me know if there's anything you really want to see that I haven't put out yet. I'm definitely open to suggestion. I can't promise you, but I'm up to suggestion. So feel free to reach out, comment on anything, let me know what you'd like to see, let me know what you already like seeing. And to you, just want to say thank you again so much for reaching out and for having me. It really means a lot to me. So thanks.
It's an absolute pleasure. And I mean, I will say this, first of all, now you're tugging at my heartstrings now. I like your style. Thank you for your kind words. That really means a lot. No, what I love with this platform, as I always say in each and every one of these shows, folks, it's given the people platform to tell their stories. And I think even just by looking at your work, I got to say, like what I see, you're a beautiful and sexy person. But at the same time, too, I know the hard work that you put into it. So that does not go unnoticed. And I can't wait to see where your journey takes you next.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. And as I always say, folks, to end each and every one of these shows, my mindset, much like the message behind each and every one of my shows, beauty, strength, and dominance, the three key elements that make women the work of art that they are. And Tommi, I include you in those sentiments. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.